It's your man Ocean. We back at it. The freedom fight continues. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share my videos. I very much would appreciate that, family. Yeah, it's your boy, man, Ocean, man. Now, I want to start out by saying that, all right, cuz, hold it down, cuz. I want to start out by saying, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to this brother who we about to do this video on. And also I want to start out by saying fair use. This is definitely for educational purposes. And you know what I mean, the purpose of discussion and the purpose of disagreeing with this brother on this subject. But like I said, I want to give bro respect. I would never want to get into no debate with him. Wouldn't want to argue with him, you know what I mean? That ain't nothing that I'm on when it come to Dr. Umar Johnson. Actually, like the brother, to be honest with you, and a lot of discussions that I heard him partake in, I agree with what the brother said. But on this particular Deion Sanders take, I'm gonna let him get into his take on Deion, and if I hear something I disagree with, then I will, you know what I mean, address it at the time. But I'm going to get into this, what he said about Deion and the Colorado situation, leaving Jackson State for Colorado.
Pointed in Deion is I thought he was there for a movement, not for money. Meaning, Deion Sanders, the coach of Jackson State, I foresaw a situation where Deion would hire other coaches.
Okay, and you know, I'm sure that those were his intentions, to bring in more and more black coaches, and he did. And not only black coaches, but young black men, he did do that. So, all right, family, and he did do that. So, you know, I don't really see what a disagreement lies at right so far.
Other retired black NFL greats to coach other HBCUs. In doing so, you attract our top tier high school athletes to come to HBCU.
But bro, you smarter than that. Why is it, how can Deion hire other NFL greats to coach at other schools, other HBCUs? How much money do you think Deion, you know what I mean? I don't know how much money Deion got, but not enough to be paying a coach for every HBCU, or a coach that's NFL quality. That don't even make sense, brother Dr. Umar Johnson.
Stay with me. Stay with me. Football and back. You know, like I know, if you got top tier NFL greats coaching HBCUs, the athletes are coming just like they was coming for Deion. He showed you, Charlotte.
Deion, though.
Bro, you acting real. You missing some points intentionally, bro. For the simple fact, yeah, all of them might have played in the NFL, but all of them ain't got Deion Sanders' personality. All of them ain't as charming as Deion. All of them can't, you know what I mean, don't got the swag and the persona that Deion Primetime Sanders carried with his name. So, yeah, you might automatically attract a few people because you are NFL alumni, but at the end of the day, it's only one Deion Sanders, bro.
Shows you.
Dr. Umar.
And his other one's just as
one of the
great.
most famous people ever.
And his other one's
nobody just as great as Deion, bro. Deion definitely in the top 10, maybe probably top 5 of all football players that ever played. So that's a lot of cachet within itself right there. And when you come down to the particular position that he played, cornerback, he probably the number 1 cornerback that you ever seen, for the simple fact that when Deion played, you had to throw to the whole other side of the field, bro. He shut down the whole side of the field by himself, and he did it in style. Deion was feared by the other quarterback, every other quarterback. And if they did fear him, if they was brave enough to throw over there at him, he gonna intercept your shit and take it to the house. Dr. Umar, I understand you I used to be a sports fanatic. Maybe you never been in the sport. Maybe you don't understand what actually what Deion brought to the game of football and the position that he played, bro. But he kind of, you know what I'm saying, bigger than life when it comes to this football shit. And I don't proclaim to be no football expert or none of that, but everybody know Deion, except for you apparently, Doc. But I fuck with you, Doc. That's why. But sometimes you can be wrong too. I fuck with you though, Doc. But as far as Deion kind of bigger than life when it comes to that football shit, bro. And with added persona and his swag and you know the way that he talk and all that, ain't no other players gonna attract as much shine, as much high quality talent as Deion gonna attract to no other.
This is great. So listen,
Lady Georgia, Tennessee State.
That's one person. We talking about a system, not an individual. So
you contradicting yourself back to back because first you said bring the other individuals. Then when Charlemagne, who I definitely rarely agree with, said, well, what about Eddie George, who is an NFL great? Because you saying that they can attract, if Deion can attract, they can attract, but he an NFL great. Just like Deion, of course, like the other points I just stated that nowhere near is swagged up as Deion and all that, and it ain't but one Deion, but he's an NFL great. So by the theory that you know what I'm saying, trying to put in play right here on the Breakfast Club, by that theory, Eddie George been at wherever the fuck he said, Tennessee State, for probably 10 years or close to it. So he should have been did what Deion did already. By the theory that you stating, bro.
Deion and these other coaches bring all these athletes from high school to play football, basketball, so forth. The revenue of the HBCU goes up, Envy. As a result of the revenue going up, Charlemagne, the schools got more money. They don't have to subject themselves to closure. They don't have to subject themselves to being dependent on white money. You got HBCUs at risk of being closed.
And yes, and yes. Like I said, I agree with a lot of stuff that you say. But the thing about that, the road that you're going down now, is it got to be a full disclosure type of deal when you're dealing with Deion. And I don't think that he following the story as close as I'm following the story, and I'm not following it that close, but he couldn't be following it as close as I am because every day more and more shit come out about Jackson State and how underhanded they treated Deion, like they were going to get away with scamming out the top, taking they everything, all the proceeds that Deion and that football program brought to Jackson State, it was skimmed off the top before it reached the program and before the proper amounts reached Deion. And it's coming out, more and more shit coming out. Deion really protected this school, tried to protect this school throughout the whole process until, you know what I'm saying, he ain't had no choice but to start protecting himself. They stealing from Deion on many different levels, Jackson State was. And, yeah, come on, man.
I read something that said almost a half of them. A half may not survive the decade. So this was bigger than football. This was about the survival of the HBCU.
It's bigger than Deion,
especially,
though, Dr. Umar.
No.
Dog. First off, like I said earlier, I definitely wouldn't sit up and be in no argument with this guy. Because an argument going to turn into a shout match with this nigga. You going to be screaming back and forth. I love you, Doc. But you won't be right every time, Doc.
Yes, it is.
Stop trying
you're blaming the individual.
Stop trying to give celebrities a pass, Charlemagne.
No, you're blaming the individual
I'm not
instead of
blaming
talking about
him.
the issue.
I'm blaming black men for not.
Okay. Stop giving celebrities a pass, Charlemagne. Well, I'm definitely not one to give celebrities a pass, and I'm me and Charlemagne on this particular subject. We thinking along the same line. Deion is an individual who could not possibly save the whole HBCU format, situation, whatever, with just his greatness all by himself. So, and when he ain't even getting his fair end of the shake, what else can he do besides, you know what I'm saying? I see that, okay, the way that y'all gonna play it, y'all playing it like the underclass of this shit would play. You playing it like you ain't used to shit. You playing it like you settle, you good for settling for the little crumb that you get and stand in your place as an HBCU, you playing it like you ain't used to shit. It's time for me to move on. I held up my end of the bargain, and even though your end of the bargain was held up maybe 30%, I held up 150% of the end of my bargain, even paying for shit out of my own pocket that the school was supposed to be held accountable for. So, Doc, you tripping a little bit, Doc, or a lot bit, Doc.
Being men.
But you know what?
I'm blaming us for not being men. The reason I'm so personally disappointed.
The end of that clip right there. I don't know. I wouldn't dare click on the Breakfast Club interview. Maybe I should, but I wouldn't dare click on the Breakfast Club interview to try to get the whole gist of this shit. I ain't watched the Breakfast Club interview in years because I really don't like the Breakfast Club and how they get on and what they represent and what they stand for. So one of my Facebook friends shared this, and I thought it was a very interesting clip that I could get into and kind of show where Doc was tripping, man. Doc, you be right about a lot of things, but a few things you be wrong about, and this is one of the things that you're wrong about, Doc. Anyway, you know what I mean? I ain't mean no disrespect by this clip. I think Doc is a positive black man. I think Doc, you know what I'm saying, most of the time his heart probably is in the right place. But I think sometimes, he can get in his own way sometimes. Which is, I guess that's a us as a people anyway. So I'm not found Doc, but I'm just stating the obvious that yeah, you were wrong on this one, Doc. Anyway, it's your boy. Let me know how you feel. That's my opinion. This is a very much an opinion-based channel. That's my opinion on the situation. Let me know if you agree with you. Maybe you agree wholeheartedly with Dr. Umar, and you just wish Deion would have stayed and toughed it out and bit the bullet on whatever he had to bite the bullet on. Whatever the Jackson State came up short, whatever they came up short. Well, Deion, you made enough money in the NFL. You should be able to cover it. Maybe that's how you feel about it. So, none of us are always right. None of us are always wrong. So, again, let me know how you feel. More importantly, like, subscribe, and share my videos. Help me get this out. Help me break the algorithm one time. Help me get to the goal that I'm trying to get to. I ask you humbly. I'm not, like trying to make you do anything. It's definitely I would appreciate it if you did that for me. It's your boy Ocean, OMN Network. I'm out.